Hello, welcome to my stay-at-home workout. In case this is your first time joining me, 6 days a week during the quarantine, I'm doing simple 20-minute full-body workouts designed to work multiple different movement patterns and get a little cardio in there as well with whatever equipment I have, which is actually not a lot of equipment, and you probably have something similar. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm working with today. I got a 10-pound ball. That's my weight for today. If you got a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a bag of flour or whatever, it's all good, it'll all work. I got a resistance band, it's about a 1/2 inch in width there. If you've got a band of some kind or maybe multiple bands, that's going to be great because you can play with tension a little bit. And then I've got another sort of lower body resistance band, a thicker band like that. Now that sunlight is just blasting me through the skylight right now. I'm just going to move over. And this I'm going to incorporate a little bit later on as well. So basically how this works is I start with a little bit of core bracing just to get the core engaged and warmed up for the bigger compound lifts, and then typically 4 exercises, one for each of the big movement patterns, so that being squat, hip hinge, upper body push, and upper body pull. I always hit those in some way every day, and then occasionally I tack on a finisher at the end, which I will be doing today as well. So today is day 4 of 6, so that means it is upper body push day. So I'm going to put that right at the top of those 4 exercises, and we're going to be doing some, let's call them neutral grip push-ups. All right, and just to give you a rundown of the rest of the stuff after that, we're going to get into some goblet style reverse lunges, which is going to be our sort of our squat pattern today. We're going to be working the quads primarily with that one, of course. And then we're going to get into some bicep curls. That'll be the upper body pull today. And then after that, going to do a little bit of glute bridges with band around the knees for some added resistance. And that's our hip hinge for the day. Okay, but before we get into any of that, we're going to get a little bit of core brace. And this stuff is going to be nice and easy. You're going to do 2 sets of this. It's going to be sets of 10. And you'll see what I mean here. The first one's going to be called the dead bug, which you may have done before. You're going to get on your back. You're going to get your knees bent like so, and your arms straight up in the air so you're lying there like a dead bug. And then you're going to reach out with the opposite limb. So that opposite hand and opposite foot are going like that and reaching full out. I'm keeping my core super tight. And what's key here is I'm keeping my lower back ribs stuck to the ground. So I'm not arching. See how I'm arching right now in the lumbar spine? I don't want that. I want to press those lower back ribs into the ground. And the best way to do that is to take a big bracing breath 360 degrees around that spine and brace those back ribs right before you start. So I take a big breath. I'm keeping my shoulder blades stuck to the ground here too. I'm not reaching too high, okay? Keeping those stuck back to the ground. And then we're going to do 10 per side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a big bracing breath and reset when you need it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. The other one I'm going to pair up with that today is going to be called the bird dog. So it's kind of a dead bug flipped over. This one involves a little bit of balance work as well. Basically, you're going to get into this position. I'm really reaching for the ground with my arms, so my shoulder blades are actually going to protract forward. So my upper back is probably going to be higher than my lower back. My spine is still nice and neutral to the top of my head. I'm going to take a big bracing breath once again, keeping that core super tight. And then I'm going to reach out with the opposite hand and opposite foot. You see, just like that. They can come together, and you can even tap if you want. I sort of like to bring the elbow and the knee together. The point here is there's just a little bit of a crunch there, and then that reach, that extension. So it's not a lift. You're not lifting that back leg. You're just reaching out. Because if you were to lift that back leg, it goes up, and then your lower back kind of turns. And we want to keep that lower back nice and flat. So that's the idea with the bird dogs here. Nice and slow. We're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and it's those opposite limbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, as you're reaching for the ground, you want to make sure you're not shrugging, so your shoulders don't want to be up around the ears. You want to be back showing lots of neck, okay? Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip over. One more round of each of those. Back to the dead bugs. Big bracing breath. Shoulder blades back and down. Back ribs are down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, flip over for one more round of the bird dog. Really reaching for the ground. All right, and we're reaching out. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. Big bracing breath, reach for the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax there. Get some water if you need it. So we're going to hit those 4 exercises, starting with a push-up. Each is going to be for 10 reps. Some of them, Some of them are going to be unilateral, so that means one side, one limb. So we'll do 10 and 10 there, so it'll end up being a little bit more volume. It's going to be 3 sets. We're going to treat all 4 as a circuit. We'll do all 4, take a little break, and then we'll hit that 2 more times, basically. Okay, so these, I'm going to call them neutral grip push-ups. Which basically means hands by your side, but I'm actually going to do mine on my fists. If you've got those little bars that sort of plant on the ground, you can do them just like that. That's fantastic. You can also try doing them on your fists if you want. If you've never done it before, I'll give you fair warning. It can be a little bit painful on the knuckles. I love it because it's a boxing thing and I just really miss boxing, so I'm going to throw it in there. But you are totally welcome to just do it on your palms, and I would recommend that if it's your first time. So typically, I do my push-ups like this with my upper arm at a 45-degree angle to the body. But for these neutral grip fist push-ups, I'm actually going to bring the elbows in. So we're taking the emphasis right away from the shoulders. This would be more of a shoulder dominant position. We're bringing it right down. It's almost a tricep emphasis push-up, but we're not in here with the hands. We're out here, so it's still going to be about the pectorals on that neutral grip, okay? Otherwise, classic push-up form in that we're a straight line from the bottom of the feet right to the top of the head. The core is nice and tight. We don't want to let the head sag, okay? We don't want to let the butt get too high. So let's get in a position here. All right, so nice straight line. From here, I'm going to draw myself down to the ground, and I'm going to push myself up like so. Just like that. So we're going to do 10 of these, all right? Keep the core super tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that mat is key for those knuckle push-ups for sure. Okay, so second thing today I got for you is going to be the goblet reverse lunges. So goblet just refers to the goblet style, the way you're going to hold that weight. It's going to hold that weight right to my chest with my elbows tucked in. From here, basically I'm starting tall, and I'm going to step back. This is almost like a dynamic split squat, okay? So I'm going to step back, I'm going to dip that knee towards the ground like so. Most of my weight's going to be on my front foot. I'm driving through that front heel. It's maybe 60-40 or 70-30 in terms of the weight distribution. You're going to notice I'm up on the big toe when I lunge back. I'm keeping the core tight. I'm keeping the spine neutral, trying not to lean forward too much, okay? So just like that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're probably going to notice you really want to dig into the ground with the toes on that front foot for balance, okay? Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If the knee kisses the ground, that's okay. You just want to make sure not to drop your weight onto that knee, of course. All right, so bicep curls. I have to do a sort of tricky version because of the length and tension of this band. But if you just have dumbbells or a longer band, you just can stand up and do classic bicep curls. That's totally fine. I'm going to show you my little version. I'm actually going to do them in a tall kneel, which I like in general, because it means you have to keep the hips locked out, you got to keep the ribs down, and the core super tight. So it's a little bit of added work there. I'm actually going to grab the band on either side. I'm going to keep the elbows nice and tight to my side. I'm just widening out my knees so I have a little more tension. From here, I start with a little bit of tension on that band. I'm thinking ribs down, core tight, spine neutral. I don't want to lean into it. I don't want to lean back. I'm just going to curl up, just like so. Just going to do 10 just like that. So if you're doing these just standing up with dumbbells, just make sure you got the elbows in tight to the side and you've got your core nice and tight. That's all you need to worry about really, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 4 for 4. Going to do some glute bridges, which are nice and simple, nice and easy really. Seeing as we did the big hinge day yesterday, I don't want to take it too rough on the hinge pad and stuff. Okay, so basically, here we are, lying on the back. You've got your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. From here, my hands are just chilling out, they're not doing anything. I'm going to drive through the heels. I'm going to bridge up at the hips. I want to keep my eyes down on the hips all the time. I don't want to be looking up at the ceiling because that means I'm going to bridge too high, probably activate the lower back. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep it all glutes and hips. Okay, the point of the band is it's going to try to bring my knees in, of course. I'm just going to push out against that band on every bridge. All right, a little bit of abduction in there. If you don't have a band, it's no worries. You can still do this exercise and just push your knees out. It's just better form. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these. Little squeeze of the glutes at the top of every rep as you push that band out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like that, nice and easy. All right, that's the first circuit. Let's take a little breather here. We'll take a small water break as well before we get back into it. So now that you've got an idea of the exercises, this round will be a little bit quicker as I do less stopping to explain. Try to work that cardiovascular work in there as well. Make this as efficient as possible. Trying to get kind of everything in 20 minutes, which is tough, but not impossible. Okay, so just to give you a quick rundown, I'm going to do those 10 neutral grip fist push-ups if you want to get on your fists. If not, your hands nice and close by your sides, okay? Then we're going to do 10 goblet reverse lunges with each leg. Then we'll do those 10 bicep curls and 10 glute bridges with that little bit of knee abduction there. Okay, we'll go in about 10 seconds here. All right, push-ups time. Take your time getting set up. Stay nice and tight in the core. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Reverse lunges time. Get that ball nice and tight to the chest, elbows in, stepping back. 1, 2, dig it in with those toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching legs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bicep curls. Take a moment to get set up there. All right, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 bridges, with or without the band, however you're doing it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, little breather, then we'll hit round 3. Just chilling, just breathing. Okay, let's go in about 10 seconds. Take your time to get set up here. If you were trying an easier version of the push-up, an easier modification, and you're getting a little bored, maybe on this third and final set, you can kick things up a notch, however you want to do that. Let's say you're doing an elevated, hands elevated push-up, maybe try to take it down to the floor, or switch up your grip, all good. Okay, or just stick with doing what you're doing, as long as it's appropriately challenging for you. Okay, once again, I got those elbows tight into my side here. When I'm doing these knuckle push-ups, just so you know, I'm pushing through these big 2 knuckles here, okay? Pointer finger, middle finger, those knuckles. The same knuckles you would punch with if you were boxing, okay? That's the idea here. Nice straight line through the top of the head. Tight core, don't let that head droop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, reverse lunges time. Stay nice and tight in that core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching legs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bicep curls. A little bit of tension to start, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, last set of the glute bridges. Remember, eyes on the hips, core super tight, driving through the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, little breather, then we are going to get into a finisher. Seeing as it is upper body push day, the finisher is going to be a little bit more of that. So if your knuckles or forearms or arms and chest are getting kind of sore and tired, you may want to skip this one, but I'm going to show you, of course, and you are welcome to join in if you're feeling good. We call this plank up downs. So basically, I'll just show you real quick. Start in a plank position, right? Nice straight line from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. Not let my midsection sag. Not letting my butt get too high. Keeping the shoulders away from my ears. This is the down position. If I say up, we get up. Now we're in a tall plank. If I can say down, we go down. Up, we go up, down. Try to alternate the arm you start with, just so you're not always swaying to one side and sort of favoring one side over the other. So what we'll do is, we'll do one set of 10 up downs. So up and down, that's 1, okay? We'll go up and down 10 times. We'll take a little breather, and then we'll just do it again. So we're just gonna do 2 little sets of that, and that'll be it for today. Before we do that, I need another little sip of water here. It's the talking that tired me out. We're gonna go in about 10 seconds. We'll start down in that classic forearm plank. You can either think of up as a tall plank or a push-up position. It's like you're at the top of a push-up. So you still want that neutral spine and a tight core, and you don't want to let the head droop down, okay? Nice and simple. I won't say easy, but simple for sure. Okay. Get comfortable in this plank. All right, up, down, up, down. That's 2. Up, down, up, down. That's 4. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 2 more. Up, down, up, down, and relax. We're gonna go again in 20 seconds. Slow breath in through the nose. Slow exhale out through the mouth. Get your heart rate under control. All right, let's go for another 10. Get comfy in that plank, nice and solid. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're halfway. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 2 more. Up, down, up, down. Stay down. Just chilling here. Keeping that core tight. Butt's not too high in the air. And let's give a wave. Social distancing fist bump. Great work today, folks. Thanks for working out with me. And if you're watching this on Instagram, thanks for tuning in. If you're checking it out on YouTube later, please like and subscribe for more. I'll be back tomorrow, and it's time to foam roll, stretch it out, cool down, get your protein. All right, take care.